live here on youtube.com/ImprovGaming, the game cast we do every week, only on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. As always, I'm joined with the best guys I know. First to my right, he only has the best ponytail in the business.
It's fabulous.
He only does everything.
It's fabulous.
He only is the biggest Nick is a dick in the world.
It's fabulous.
Mr. Nicholas DeJesus.
How's it going tonight, everybody?
And returning to a console, because you weren't there about a week ago.
Yeah.
We missed you.
Burnt as shit, but I'm good.
It's all good. He's only the biggest Zelda fan in the world. Don't believe me, he has a tattoo of the Triforce on his right arm and the Master Sword in his pants.
My pants.
Mr. Jeremy Bird.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Biggest Zelda fan in the world, coming at you once again. And it's Monday, right?
It's Monday.
Today is Monday, yes.
So we're at EVO in 3 days.
We are.
Ah, yes, you are.
And for all the Evo coverage, you know, to keep it right here, we'll have all big fights from me and Jay and a couple others. Some cool special guests are going to be on the channel. It's going to be fun.
And next week we will be foregoing our Monday episode because of the Evo coverage you guys will be providing.
Okay.
From what I understand.
That's what I figured, yeah. We'll do Monday, and then...
Next Monday.
Yes. Currently...
Yeah.
Yes.
We had to set up in
for the fans,
yes,
next Monday...
What would be the following Monday? Yes, okay, yeah. I agree.
When this episode airs, the following Monday. Yes. I hate you so much.
I just want to piss you off because you want to rush. And I'm Pete, and I'm wondering... This week is all about games in books, music, and movies.
Okay.
And other medias that's not the video game world.
Yay.
So, since I'm covering books, my question to you is, what are your favorite books to read, or what is your favorite book of all time?
Book series or book or whatever? Okay.
You want to answer the question.
All right. Jeremy?
I like a lot of sci-fi and fantasy books. I read a lot of rock biographies. And just a lot of like different series. Yeah, it's not a word, but I'm not taking your shit again. Creating word. No, I like to read a lot of different series. My all-time favorite series has to be The Dresden Files by Jim Butcher.
Yeah? See, that show, I was really interested in that show until they canceled it.
It's a Sci-Fi Channel show.
Yeah, I was like, that's awesome. And then like they just canceled it. I was like, Jesus, that was an awesome kind of like premise.
I was laughing because I skipped the first 2 seasons of Warehouse 13 and I got into it, and then 2 seasons later,
done. Alongside Eureka.
Oh, I forgot it was canceled. Yep, but yeah, like it's a really good series. Basically, paranormal detective who lives in Chicago deals with like vampires, ghosts, monsters, and everything.
How many books in that series?
14 or 15. Right
yeah,
now.
I gotta check that series out.
I'm 2 behind, so.
Gotcha. I gotta check that series out.
It's really good.
That sounds interesting.
I liked it a lot, so.
Cool.
And there's a lot of jokes too. So.
Yeah. My favorite series. Actually, there's 2 series that I like. One of them I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for, or a lot of shade, or a lot of people making fun of me. Harry Potter.
Okay.
What's wrong with Harry Potter? I love Harry Potter.
Nothing's wrong with Harry Potter, but you know, it's kind of one of those faux pas subjects that at our age we probably shouldn't talk about how much we loved Harry Potter back in the day. Back in high school, when I first started high school, I got the first 3 books. Breezed right through them without a problem. Then I got every book after that as soon as it came out, and I would just breeze right through those. I think the 4th one was like 800 pages. I did that one.
Goblet of Fire,
yeah. Goblet of Fire, no, Order of the Phoenix.
That was the 5th book.
5th book, I'm sorry. That one was like 800 pages. 800 pages, and I just breezed right through it. I mean, they were just, I thought they were phenomenal books. But after that, I got into Odd Thomas.
Odd Thomas is good.
I loved Odd Thomas. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I thought like all the innuendo between him and Sonny was fucking great. I loved every aspect of that book. And unfortunately, the actor recently passed away. I cannot remember his name, but he played Odd Thomas in the movie. Yeah, it was an interesting movie. It wasn't everything that I wanted it to be, but the movie was interesting enough where it was like, okay, all right, that's a good it's a good premise.
Oh, it's Anton Yevkin.
Yes,
he played. I already pronounced it. He played Kyle Reese in Terminator Salvation, and he played Chekhov in Star Trek, which sucks.
Yeah.
He passed
away. He passed away recently.
He's now part of the legendary 27 Club.
Yes.
Which that's ridiculous. So.
What about you, Pete? What's your favorite book series or book or
And or any when I go to
Pete doesn't read. We all
Yeah.
know this. Next, on to the topic.
of course doing improv and doing stand up, I always love to read comedians' books.
Okay.
Ellen DeGeneres' books, especially Lewis Black, Me of Little Faith, very good book. I'm Dreaming of a Black Christmas. And Nothing Scarred. Like 3 great books from Lewis Black. I love them.
I was gonna say, if you get a chance, read Russell Brand's biography. It's friggin' hysterical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, he seems like a fucking moron on TV. He's actually a really smart guy. So
Yeah,
much as I
that's
hate him,
what
but
I
he's
hear.
really, really smart. So.
But yeah, definitely enjoy reading the comedians' books mostly. But if you didn't know, this is the greatest video games gamecast in all of Mushroom Kingdom, all of the former Albion, and the shitty, not so shitty, maybe shitty Assassin's Creed, whether it be past, present, or future. We are 3 friends that come to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with our weekly Gamescast. We also do Let's Plays. You can always check out the Street Fighter V Story Mode Let's Play, and you can also check out the first 10 minutes of Inside, which is great. And if
Why'd
you
you
want,
only do 10 minutes?
because I didn't want to spoil it. And if they watch to a console near you from last week, you will see why you should play Inside for our topic of the show, where I convinced Nick to pick it up. Did you pick it up yet?
Not yet, no.
But are you planning to?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. See,
But
I did my journey.
You convinced me. I think I was going to do it anyway.
Oh, okay,
Being
that's a lie.
Being
That is a lie.
that it was Playdead's next installment.
That's a lie.
And Limbo was absolutely fantastic.
But we also bring you the new releases and the biggest news in gaming with our To a Console Near You every Sunday over on blogtalkradio.com/FillingTheVoidRN and simulcast with youtube.com/ImprovGaming, where you could chat about us in the comments, or you can call us at Blog Talk Radio. We do the new releases, we do topics of the biggest news of the week, and we do a topic of the show where it's a little extra, a little bit more from the Gamescast, but a little bit more tightly wrapped down. So if that all sounds good to you, please hit that subscribe button, support us, like the video, comment, share it with your friends. And now, onto the topic at hand, we are all talking about books.
Video game books.
Video game books.
I guess we have to go with the most famous, which was Halo Reach.
That was a book?
Absolutely a book. That's kind of where the game came from.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. There was a trilogy of books that were designed as a prequel to Halo when Halo first came out. And the first one being Halo Reach. I don't know, I never read it. Played the game. Looked them up. But we have to start there, right? Like that's kind of like the most recognized piece of literature pertaining to a video game. Besides Dante's Inferno, which is the opposite.
Yes.
Like that's the opposite direction. But I would say that Halo Reach is probably the most recognized piece of literature pertaining to a video game, just because of how big Halo was at the time, and how I feel personally this is the first time you really drove the audience away from the television screen and into a book, to kind of get the surrounding backstory and the behind the scenes on everything that was going on behind the Halo veil, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't know.
Well, when I think of games in the book form, I think of 2 things. I think of creators and personalities like us putting out books. So I'll get to that example in a second. And then I think of, like you said, books that are video game to go into a book form.
Okay.
So I bring up, even though it's a comic, but comic books, same relevancy. Ratchet and Clank, when they were coming out with the children.
That does not surprise
Of
me.
course, another Ratchet and Clank.
When they were coming out with the trilogy.
How'd the movie do, by the way?
Fantastic. How's your favorite movie of your favorite series?
What, Warcraft?
Yeah.
Warcraft did really well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When's the last time you played a Warcraft? Anyway, so the trilogy on PS4, you came out with Tools of Destruction.
You really showed me on that one, didn't you?
You saw Request for Booty, and then you saw Crack in Time. But there was no story between
I'm sorry.
the names.
Yeah, the names.
You didn't see it explaining what happened between A Quest for Booty and A Crack in Time.
Lord.
No, I didn't. But they came out with this comic book where it was a 6-issue series, if I'm correct. And of course, I waited to get the Mac Daddy of it.
That's called the graphic novel version of it. That's when you take comic books and put them into
all in one book. It's a graphic novel.
You uneducated swine.
You know what? Fuck you guys.
I'm gonna remove your nerd card very shortly.
I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, so it fills in the gaps between Quest for Booty and A Crack in Time. So it's cool because it makes you go out, and I read, and I was like, okay, let me see what's happening during and after and before. And it was cool to venture into that that environment.
Okay.
So do you have any books or any discussion before I get into my other topic?
I'm going to fight you on the most influential book right now.
Okay, please do.
Hyrule Historia. The full
Zelda.
whole history of the whole history of Zelda.
Can we be any more stereotypically improv gaming today?
Yep,
I bring up a Halo book, you bring up a Ratchet and Clank book, and you bring up a Zelda book.
Good night, everybody. See you later. Yeah, no, it's one of the most influential books. It actually makes canon what the Zelda timeline is, minus Breath of the Wild coming out.
Okay.
I was right.
You guessed?
No, I like it.
Concerned.
I like it because it gives you the whole timeline. It gives you original artwork. It gives you all these different interviews and things like that on how they were creating Zelda with Shigeru Miyamoto and Aonuma, and just how they created Zelda, the whole history of everything, why the original religion of Hyrule was Christian, and then Nintendo said no.
What is this, like an encyclopedia kind of a book?
It's this big, and it's just a full it's a combination it's like an interview biography with the whole Zelda timeline and extra goodies for the big fans like me. So
I'll give you that. But only because it's not the same kind of premise as our books. That's why I'll give it
but
to you.
I do like yours. I do like yours.
I'll give you that.
I just want to fight you just to see.
It's more of a historical book as opposed to ours, which is a non-fiction continuation or explanation of the timeline. You get what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
But I hate you.
But,
even when you agree with me, I hate you.
But if you both get a chance, definitely read Console Wars.
Console Wars, yeah.
It's basically, it came out a year or so ago. It's basically the whole story of Nintendo versus Sega versus PlayStation, what was going on behind the scenes. It's really good. I've only read on Amazon gives you the little taste of just the snippets from the books. I read the first 2 chapters and I'm now I have to get this book because it's actually really good. So
now, Pete, I noticed before the show started that you hid a book.
Yes, I did.
So please allow us to venture into what that book is.
Okay, well, let me start by saying another book besides this one that I've picked up was back when X-Play was a thing with Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb. And they gave out a book with all their reviews, written reviews of what they thought about it. Now, granted, this is years back, so you're seeing stuff like, Halo 2, and their review of 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, what have you, and then a written consent of it. The book was very thick. It was very cool, and I enjoyed that kind of thing from 2 personalities that I really enjoyed, because there's a lot of personalities in the gaming world, and in the music and in movies everywhere. There's these personalities. So to see them and be here's them actually writing out what they feel about the book, and it will say Adam Sessler, Morgan Webb, blah blah blah.
About the book or about games?
No, about the game, reviews, Halo 2. Instead of them saying, what everybody does in a video review, this is what we thought. This is the highlights, 4 out of 5. In this book, it writes down, in a small amount of text, not even a couple pages, where it's this is why you should experience this book. This game. This is why. These are key points. This is what we found interesting. So it's cool to see a concise thing. I also find that with the newest book that I got, which is right underneath me. A Gamer's Bucket List.
Oh, nice.
So it is the top 50 video games you should play before you die.
Who's about?
Chris Waters.
Chris Waters.
He is from.
So I was hoping it wasn't. Oh wait, he's from what?
Screw Attack.
Okay, we can get it right. As long as it's not published by one of the big 3 companies, I'm okay with it because I hate when they put stuff like that out which now I really want that book, but I hate when they put stuff like that out and it's like very biased because like someone works for Sony or Microsoft. Like,
yeah,
and at least
it's
like
all like one publisher's book.
Yeah,
and stuff like
I
that.
hate that shit because like, oh yeah, 50 games to play, and it's like, all right, these are all from PlayStation. What the fuck, guys?
So I've read about 32 of these games so far.
Have you played 32 of those games?
I have played most of them.
Sure.
Now, it's funny because what he says in the beginning is, he says this is all random, all these games, it's no particular order. Number 2 and number 30, are both equally great games. It's just how I put them. The only thing he said is the first game he put on this book was his favorite game of all time. And it's the game that I think I will never ever play.
Which is?
Splunky.
That was an awesome game.
Was it really?
Show me the game. Hold on.
I will show you.
I've not heard of that game.
It's an indie game.
You'll see it when you know.
Nope, don't know it.
I know it's a little far for you guys. But it's his number 1 book. But then, let me tell you some of the stuff he puts in here. And, you guys can tell me what you guys think of it. He puts Assassin's Creed 2 in. Dead Space. The Last of Us Remastered. Portal 2. Mass Effect 2. Red Dead Redemption. Which, if you're watching this now, it is now backwards compatible on your Xbox One.
Oh, nice.
It was for Friday it went up. Uncharted 2. Then they have cool things like Psychonauts,
Nice, thank you.
They have Tetris, Minecraft,
You have to play
StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty. Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, which I personally love very much. So I'm up to where I got up to Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. But I haven't even read yet the Secrets of Monkey Island, Surgery Simulator 2013, maybe to your
come on, bullshit he has in that.
Yep, Persona 4 Golden, games that I can't wait to see.
Why would you put that piece of trash in there?
Which one?
What?
Surgery Simulator.
But look, if you look at this, Skyrim 5 right here has a picture of the game and a brief description. What I like what he does here is he brings you into the game. He also tells you what its console's on. So it says, for example, being Skyrim, for Elder Scrolls Skyrim, Xbox 360, PS3, PC. It was first released November 11th, 2011.
You said PC?
Woo woo. So, but then and I'm just going to read like a sentence. It'd be like, the idea of walking out of your doorstep into a world, search for adventures, is a romantic one. To be lived in with powerful giant crabs, giant dragons, and actual giants. All these things you can do and much more in this open world. So it explains a little bit. Then it gets into what it's about, And Skyrim, of course, this is what you can do. And then he explains at the end, this is why I enjoyed the game. You should check it out too. So I'm really enjoying this book because I feel like...
I'm borrowing that for you, though.
Oh, absolutely. I'll finish it and I'll let you have it on the plane right now.
Thank you, sir.
But it's cool because some of these games, I'm really interested in playing. There's one called, and I know you guys haven't heard of it.
Try me.
So I will right now. It is the game called Nidhogg.
Never heard of that. You win.
Thank you. And Nidhogg is for PC, PS4, Mac, and Vita. Listen up, this is a Vita title.
The Vita title, Nidhogg.
Now,
Oh, it looks beautiful.
it's a dual game, and basically, if you give me a little jest, basically, it is a game set in a 2D silhouette face-off, sword in hand. Few attack options and movement abilities you have to easily execute. Basically, you have to go and drag your opponent a couple screens over to kill him. But if he kills you, then he runs to the opposite side to get this little relic thing he has to get. But you respawn before that, so you have to fight him back.
Oh,
so it's a constant bit
So
back
it's like
and
a
forth,
dueling, like a tug of war.
Yes. So there's cool that he has games like that. He also has Mario Kart 8, and it's just very cool with the Super Meat Boy is in this, Actually, a funny game, which I don't still think I'm going to pick up, but 2 games I was reading about, and I was like, this seems really interesting, which is Animal Crossing: A New Leaf. Him actually explaining it to me, I was like, this actually doesn't sound too bad. Am I going to play it? Probably not. But I said,
What's it for?
3DS.
He just wanted to get you to say 3DS. He knew. He knew the answers to that question.
I knew that.
And then XCOM Enemy Unknown.
That was a good game.
Yeah, it was really
Where
good.
it's funny because at the end, he says, and I'm trying to... While a soldier dies on the field, they can't be revived. Losing your ace sniper, Queen Frosty, yes, you can name them. This is from the book, obviously. Because basically, you lose that character forever in the game. So a little bubbly goes, rest in peace, Queen Frosty. May your soul float forever on the ice cream sea. So it's cool because I'm like, that's kind of a cool thing that you can make your own character. So I can make, Nick from Improv Gaming, Jay from Improv Gaming, and it's
Well, it's not really making your own character.
well, you know what I mean. Naming.
Hiring.
Okay, so I hire Nick, to be my sniper, and then you die. And it's like, okay, no more Nick. Oh, but Jay's coming in, and he's a badass motherfucker.
Yeah.
We're gonna name him Jay Oates, because that's a badass name.
Nice.
So I definitely, not to plug or anything, but I definitely think you guys should check out the book as well. It's a very
Now
cool
pay
book.
us, Screw Attack.
But it's very cool. The guy, like I said, you can tell very genuine. Says, thank you for all the help. You have people like Tim Schafer say a comment about the book. Of course, Greg Miller. Big names that are.
Of course, Greg Miller would be in there.
But big names saying, why you should check it out. And like I said,
Gotcha.
I actually like that how. Oh, come on, don't just. How, it's actually a gamer actually.
Yeah.
Because I hate. Okay, because there's a book called 1001 Video Games You Must Play Before You Die. It's like that series, 1001 movies.
Yeah.
And I started reading it when I worked at Borders, and I'm like, nope, that's not what the game's about. That's wrong. I'm like, dude, do you even play the fucking game? Come on.
Yeah,
It's like Pac-Man. Collect pellets to go through screens and eat all the ghosts. I'm like, you don't eat all the ghosts, you idiot. You kill a couple and then you live. I'm just like, guys, did you even play the fucking games?
Yeah.
But like I said, the last thing in closing with this book, it says, he goes, paring down the list was hard enough, ordering it was impossible. The games are arranged randomly, except for Splunky, which I put first because it is my favorite game. Quote being the author has its perks after all, end quote. So I thought that was, if I did something like that, of course I would probably put PsyOps, the Mind Game Conspiracy, as a game that's number one, but everything else, like you said, you definitely should be playing games like, the Uncharted series, Limbo I would have put in, Inside, games like that. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I would have thrown on Lego Dimensions. Oh, fuck you.
I almost picked up Lego Star Wars today.
I still have to get it because I've been busy all weekend, so.
I almost did, but I'm pissed because the week 2 of the mid-season sale for PlayStation, not very good, guys.
There's only one game I want so far.
What is it?
God of War 3.
Yeah, for only $8. That's the only high course
Yeah?
thing. It's only $8 instead of 20. So I'm looking. There's Borderlands, the Handsome Jack collection for 15.
Yeah, but I think that was a free one.
Yeah, there's
while ago,
nothing
yeah.
really
Alright,
I'm
what about
looking
PS Vita titles?
No, nothing that really grabbed
What
me.
pissed me off is that they put Super Time Force Ultra on there, which I freaking got for free.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
well, that's a lot of the titles that were on there I got for free beforehand.
Yeah, exactly.
So it feels like it's all their free stuff that they had before, or a lot of it at least.
But very
but
discounted.
very, very discounted.
The only thing that I saw that was pretty cool was this game called Stealth,
Stealth is good.
and it's only 99 cents.
Yeah, it's good.
So I should pick
Stealth
that
is
up.
good, yeah.
And
Stealth is
it's,
really good.
it's like a puzzle game,
Yeah, it's a puzzle game.
like Thomas Was Alone type thing.
I
Would you like Thomas Was Alone better or Stealth?
like Thomas Was Alone. I think the story is absolutely phenomenal.
And
And Thomas Was Alone.
Okay,
Yeah,
I can't
and the
wait
way
to
that
play
they play with the characterizations in Thomas Was Alone was great. Stealth was just good because it's a puzzle game, entirely a puzzle game.
Hard? What would you say? 1 to 10?
Medium to high difficulty.
Like Meat Boy type stuff?
Yeah,
Figure out?
but I would say Meat Boy type, but more involved if I had to.
Okay. But
Right,
yeah.
because Meat Boy is basically 3 functions, right? Jump, wall jump, and jump far, right?
Yeah.
Those are the 3 functions of Meat Boy. But
Did you ever beat Meat Boy?
Yeah.
I beat it first.
Yeah, surprisingly.
But no, besides that, I have to give a shout out, and I don't know if you'll see this, if it will still be up. The Xbox Ultimate sale. That is a good sale going on right now.
Yeah?
There's a
I haven't
bunch
checked
of
it out.
games I'm looking into. Evil Within is $15. I might
Nice.
pick that up. Wolfenstein's $15. Ori and the Blind Forest. The Definitive Edition's only $13. I'm definitely buying that before that goes. These are just some games that I was very excited for, but to see the week 2 of the mid PlayStation sale is very disappointing. I was hoping there was 2 games I really wanted, which I've never seen it go on sale, so I don't ever think it will be. Is Shovel Knight.
Yep, that's not gonna happen.
I was hoping that maybe that would go on sale. And what I really thought would be going on sale because of Thomas Was Alone and those type of games was Sound Shapes.
Oh, okay.
And that didn't go on sale.
Yeah.
So that was kind of upsetting. What's up?
I was saying the only reason Shovel Knight won't go down in price is because it was a Nintendo origin, like a Nintendo indie project. No, it was an indie project. Nintendo grabbed it first, and then basically they're so stingy with their prices that if you get a mid-year sale out of them, get it while you can because it's all you're gonna get. So.
Well, I figured before we go to Evo, all coverage here on the channel. Don't forget. If there's that last sale right before we go, maybe there will be something about Shovel Knight or something. If not, I might just purchase it so we can play it.
Yeah, it's not that expensive.
It's only 15 cross-paddable. Very good.
That's not bad. $15.
So, what do you guys think about books coming into or games going into the book genre? Whether it be something like a Halo Reach, Ratchet and Clank, a little biography or history of Zelda, or when somebody like a personality like Chris Waters or whoever does a book saying their top 50 games or games you should buy or whatever in case X-Play doing their top reviews. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments as always. Thank you guys for watching the first part of episode 65. Remember, we have Let's Plays of the Street Fighter V story mode. Very cool.
Again.
I'm loving that game. Remember the first 10 minutes of Inside. You can also remember every Sunday to a console near you, live 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Over on blogtalkradio.com/fillingthevoidrn and also on youtube.com/improvgaming. You can call, you can chat with us. Remember, we're also on iTunes for the console to a console near you, so you could always check that out so you know the new releases, you know the biggest news of the week, and you can see the topic at hand. Remember, all Evo coverage will be coming up here. We'll have some nice shout-outs, we'll have some nice interviews, we'll have us playing our games.
Well, a lot of random shit too. So.
Yeah, well, it will be our shenanigans.
I have a couple ideas. So.
Oh, I love it already. Make sure if you're at Evo, come say hi to me and Jay. We'll be very happy to talk to you guys.
I know 40,000 guys wear black shirts, but if you can't pick this motherfucker out of a crowd, you gotta get glasses. So.
That's it. I'll wear my glasses so you really don't know. I'll be like a Clark Kent.
You better with a fedora. You should get a Improv Gaming fedora.
I
That'd
should.
be really
I
nice.
should look into that.
Pretty cool.
I should. Maybe one day when you're out of work early, we can go over to like a Garden State and check it out.
Yeah.
But for all things gaming, you know where to keep it right here on Improv Gaming. And as always,
Game on.